and gentlemen. Hopefully all the players thank the bus driver for working tirelessly, but now we are hopping into game number 2 on the North American scene.
I don't really thank the bus driver, to be honest with you.
What?
I don't. I always forget.
All right.
It's not that big of a deal, right?
Look, I'm just saying, if someone's working tirelessly, you just want to give them a thank. Look at all those thank yous. Space Lion did it.
I mean, he's dropping them to their death, so like, I don't know if I should be thanking him.
All right. I'll give you that. That's fair. Okay, but here we go, seeing out the new bus. It's a low bus as far as the map goes, so players are going to have to go a little longer, stretch a little farther to get to that north half. Now, what I'm curious of, we kind of saw a little bit in Europe, was some players, some duos specifically, swapped up their landings.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if how that develops over the course of NA. We're looking Tilted Towers. So my first question would be, those duos on top of Floating Island, is that Nick Mercs? Is that Aiden?
It might be. I think they're going out. They're going after each other, and they decided to pick a more neutral ground because Tilted seemed to be Aiden's like favorite location.
Yeah.
One thing I want to mention is they are actually here, and Hysteria is very weak right now underneath. Or he's on top. I can't see where Hysteria is.
Let's take a look. So I believe, yeah, he's just on the other side down a little lip there.
Yeah, he's popping a med kit. He should be able to get the heal off. But they're putting pressure on Nick Mercs. Aiden is very weak.
Hysteria can't
They have not
really
thirsted
help.
Nick Mercs yet, and they just did. Hysteria might be able to clutch this if he hits Aiden first. But they sent Ambrew initially. He did take him out, so that was well played on Hysteria. 1 for 1, all right? So
1 for 1.
Nick Mercs took out Aiden the first time. Now Aiden's gonna bounce back a little bit, and I think these guys are just gonna land here for the rest of the tournament. One thing I want to mention really quickly that we haven't talked about is the battle bus is actually moving 25% faster.
Oh.
So these late game drops, they're not as bad because you'll get there quicker.
Yep.
So by the time you touch down, you won't be as behind compared to people who jump off right in the beginning. It's a good change. I think a lot of people like that. Flush Factory. I've never landed here before.
Really?
I mean, I've only landed here maybe for a challenge.
Okay. Yeah, Flush Factory is pretty good. Loot's pretty solid. It is on the corner of the map there, but Aspect and Zayt have landed here as well.
They can
Looking to
control
challenge
the high ground.
Yeah, man, this is a tough spot. The circle is not that far. It's up by shifty shafts, so they really don't have too far to rotate. But it's Aspect and Zayt.
Going up against Nick A30.
This is going to be a tough one on both sides, but look, I believe Colton.
Nick A30 took the high ground and put a lot of pressure on Aspect, doing some serious damage. He knows he's one shot because he hit him twice with the Silence Legendary Assault Rifle. He now has the low ground and he took a lot of damage.
They very quickly respond. Say,
yes.
Nick, stop it.
Nick A30's partner, Bewitching Gamer, needs to come in and help him out because he just got knocked. Will he be able to capitalize? Nope. Now it's a 2v1 situation. And what's probably going to happen is they're going to play it smart. Zay is going to protect Aspect as he bandages. There's no reason to rush the situation. Bewitching Gamer seems to be staying. He might have had a chance to rotate out, but he decided to stay. And I think that might be a little bit of a mistake. Yeah. Considering it's a 2v1, you don't have shields, and it doesn't look like he has the best weapons.
Just a gray SMG.
Yeah, so I think he should have tried to maybe leave. I just don't see this going in his favor. Zayt and Aspect are 2 insanely good players, and they're going to be very calculated about this. Even though it's a 2v1, they're playing very safe, and they're attacking him from different sides. Man. Getting some hits on him. He has no more materials left. That's an easy cleanup.
Wow. Dude, just the way that they... Oh, that's rough. That's disrespect.
-3 points for Aspect and Zayt. That's tough, man.
I love the way that they kind of diverted his attention 2 different ways. He just didn't know where to aim. They just caught him off guard doing different things. Really well played there.
They respected the opponent up until they knocked him. They had...
And then they...
Whoa! So close! Kenneth hit some really good shots with the pump, but it just wasn't enough. He nearly knocked out that guy that was rushing at him.
Bold Naga, though, comes out on top. Now Sace.
Smashing and Salty. Typical Gamer is putting pressure on these guys. I think Typical Gamer is solo right now. You can look at the map. He's the red arrow on the minimap. He lost his partner early when they tried to land at the Vortex. So Right now he's just running around salty, trying to maybe pick off some people, but he's decided to disengage after these two guys showed up.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in. If you can catch someone off guard and take them down early, make it a 1v1, then it's kind of worth it. But Ops would just say, look, I'm going to live to build another day. I'm out of here. Let's take a look at some replays, though. Zexro and Rio.
Great shots.
Precision, man.
That silent Epic Assault Rifle is so good at that range. You just got to tap fire.
You talked about the spread specifically. If you're just careful and precise about how you're shooting, it's a laser beam. But now Reverse 2K and Rise.
And Reverse likes to land in Snobby Shores a lot. I've watched him in multiple tournaments, especially duos. He loves landing in Snobby, so he knows this place inside and out. I would be surprised if him and his partner don't take out Naka Ops. I think they already took out his partner, so they know he's here. They're going to put some pressure.
Okay, that was a grenade down low. Here's the thing. If,
right behind him.
He saw him for a second.
He did take off some of his shields. It wasn't a clean shot, but it was enough to at least know that he has shields. And you notice that in these 2v1 situations, these guys don't just rush in, because even in a 2v1, it's very easy to make a mistake, run into a trap, and now you turn into a 1v1. We saw that happen multiple times in the previous competitions, and it can happen again here. But
he's trying to boogie
bomb.
He gets
it.
He
boogie bombed himself.
He's trying to run.
It's too late. Reverse knows he's there. I guarantee
enough.
you, Wheats was yelling on the mic, "We're both boogied. Hurry up. Take him out."
And
it was a good attempt. Reverse was far enough away that if that boogie did not connect with him, he could have potentially gotten a clean headshot on Wheats and turned it into a 1v1. He didn't have a lot of health, so it probably wouldn't have gone his way, but he might have been able to secure an limb if he thirsted him.
Take a look near Dusty. Look how many players are here around Cuddy and Salt. They're making their way out. K-Sid and Cowboy are making their way down toward Ghost. Sean and Ghost Snood inside.
You see, all these guys are coming in because of the vortex. They're going to it. They want to be near it, or they want to use it to rotate into the circle. That's why you're always going to see a congestion of players around here. Cowboy and Case had taken some fire from King Richard and his partner. Back in Salty Springs.
Horrify in a tough spot. He's being
2v2
pinned.
situation.
What can he do here?
He's just
That's a chiller that
holding
just went down.
left click, taking out Horrify. And
People
now
are slipping and sliding.
Litmate TV is going to go down 2. He just got hit with
the chiller.
ice trap.
He's trying to stop himself. Okay, he's like,
trying to, he might not get spent. Okay, I was going to say, if he moved too much.
if he's continued to slide, yeah.
Okay, so they have enough bandages and they have a campfire and they have a lot of loot. That's very close.
That would have been really fun. I'm not going to lie. But taking a look at this Margassi and One Shot Girl replay. They find Clarify in Tilted Towers. Now keep in mind, One Shot Girl is down, so Margassi is fighting by himself.
He has no materials, and he's in Tilted, which you're not going to get a lot of materials out of Tilted. Poach and Vivid against King Richard and the General. But let's not forget that Cease and his partner are still rotating from the storm, and they're rotating right into this fight. Vivid is looking for the long-range pump shot to try to take some damage off. He has 4 shots in the quad launcher. He's going to try to maybe take the high ground or look for a different angle to use this gun. Look at these edits.
Oh, sneaky. Makes his way to... Oh, there's a rift
Rift,
right in
but
front
he's
of
not.
him. Poach and him need to go.
They both got it as the storm is closing.
And look, they can even use the vortex from Floating Island to travel even farther. There's a floating little rock there, chunk to their right. And they have their eyes set on the prize. They know exactly where they're heading off to.
There are going to be so many teams just south of Pleasant in that area, because you can see those teams that are flying through, they use the vortex, and they're going to land close to each other. They won't be able to get all the way into the circle, so there'll be some fights happening right outside of the circle, and then they're going to huddle up. As soon as they get in, they'll probably box in. So a majority of the players are going to be on that, southeast side of the map. So anybody on the northeast has a big advantage that they're not as contested.
Now Vivid's got 14 rounds in the quad launcher.
Vivid and Poach know this. They know the rotation is going to be like that, which is why they're setting up here. They're not even in the circle yet, but they're looking for people who are rotating into the circle. And they're being built up on by Aragon and B-Sox from Luminosity.
I mean, they've got that quad launcher. They can make something happen.
Not notice!
It's not enough!
Bsox is gonna take Vivid down, and now it's a 1v2.
He's got the shockwave. Is he gonna burn that now?
He might use it. He might use it to catch him.
Poach
He goes straight
running.
up and back down. He probably might use it again. While Aiden pushes him, he's probably gonna use it again.
Aiden responds with the builds though.
Where did Aiden come from?
I have no